For over half a decade, millions of viewers watched them fight for love across an 8,000 miles ocean. They beat the harsh critics, a 30-year age gap, and intense family outrage. But today, 90 Day Fiancé stars Jenny Slatten and Sumit Singh face an enemy that doesn't care about reality, TV, internet fame, or fairy tale endings. Welcome back, everyone. Today we are diving into a story that has shaken the reality TV community to its core. What started as a chaotic against all odds romance has now turned into a raw, heartbreaking race against time. Jenny Slatten has been diagnosed with ALS, a devastating progressive disease. But behind the headline-grabbing drama lies a story of fierce loyalty, internet rumors, and a desperate battle against immigration red tape. Here is the full, unfiltered truth of what Jenny and Sumit are facing today and how they got here. It is the diagnosis no family ever truly prepares for, a devastating reality that shatters worldviews in a single moment. Amyotrophic lateral sclerosis beta, known as ALS, is a relentless progressive neurodegenerative disease. It silently targets and destroys the body's motor neurons, systematically robbing a person of their mobility, their speech, and their physical independence, while leaving their mind entirely aware of what is happening. For 8-year-old Jenny Slatten, life changed in an instant. Far beyond the editing bays and bright spotlight of reality television, a quiet, cruel war began inside her body. What started as subtle physical change quickly escalated into a daily battle. The condition has drastically slowed her speech and drained her physical energy, turning simple everyday tasks, things most people take completely for granted, into exhausting, grueling hurdles. And as if navigating a life-altering illness behind closed doors wasn't enough, the news inevitably leaked to the public. Almost instantly, internet vultures and predatory clickbait sites swooped in to monetize her pain. Unverified rumors and exaggerated headlines spread like wildfire across social media, falsely claiming that Jenny was completely helpless, hospitalized, and entirely bedridden in an Indian medical facility. As the online world began writing her tragic ending, Jenny and her family were left to endure not only a nightmare health diagnosis, but a toxic wave of public hysteria. In the face of a life-altering medical crisis, dealing with the parasitic nature of public misinformation is a secondary nightmare no family should ever have to endure. When your body is fighting a war against its own nervous reality of ALS is undeniable, the sensationalized stories claiming Jenny was decaying in a hospital bed were malicious inventions. Behind closed doors, they weren't surrounding a deathbed, they were building a command center to fight back. While ALS quietly strips away motor function, it hasn't touched Jenny's fiery spirit. Refusing to let the internet turn her into a helpless tragedy before her time, Jenny herself joined the fight, breaking her silence to courageously shut down rumors that she is completely bedridden. She wanted the world to hear it directly from her. Her speech may be slowing down, and her body may be exhausting quickly, but her mind is sharp. Her voice still carries weight, and her story is far from over. Despite the slow, agonizing loss of her motor skills, Jenny remains fiercely unyielding, standing side by side with the husband who has refused to leave her side for a single second. Together, they have drawn a line in the sand against the fear, the pity, and the vultures online. Rather than curling up under the crushing weight of public speculation, they are channeling every remaining ounce of their energy into the monumental high-stakes battle ahead, proving that even when the body begins to fail, an unyielding spirit can still hold the line. Behind closed doors in India, away from the prying eyes of the media, a terrifying high-stakes clock is relentlessly ticking down. The stark reality of Jenny's condition is that time is no longer just a measurement. Itis the enemy. In the United States, medical breakthroughs, experimental clinical trials, and specialized neuroregenerative therapies offer a glimmer of hope, a chance to slow down the relentless progression of ALS. What makes this option even more critical is that these cutting-edge treatments are fully covered by Jenny's American health insurance, representing a lifeline that could fundamentally alter the trajectory of her fight for survival. However, getting to those life-saving trials has turned into a monumental nightmare. Medical professionals in India have delivered a crushing decree. Due to her rapidly deteriorating physical state, her compromised respiratory system, and severe fatigue, Jenny cannot under any circumstances endure the grueling multi-leg 8,000 miles flight across oceans alone. Her body simply cannot handle the physical toll of international travel without constant specialized care. She needs Sumit, her rock, her primary caregiver, and the one person who understands her immediate physical needs by her side every step of the journey. This medical reality has thrust Sumit into an agonizing race against time and strict immigration red tape. Jenny's daughter Christina made a desperate public announcement, revealing that the family has officially filed for an emergency spousal tourist visa to allow Sumit to legally enter the United States. But anyone who has followed their story or understands the brutal bureaucracy of international immigration knows that the US visa system is an unyielding, slow-moving machine. Emergency expedited approvals are notoriously difficult to secure, locked behind endless documentation, bureaucratic delays, and strict regulations that do not bend, even for life-or-death medical emergencies. As every passing day brings a potential decline in Jenny's motor skills, the friction between the medical clock and the immigration clock grows dangerously tense. Sumd is trapped in an agonizing limbo, forced to watch his wife's window for experimental treatment shrink while bureaucratically waiting on stamp approvals and visa interviews. It is a suffocating high-stakes waiting game, where a delay of just a few weeks could mean the difference between getting Jenny into a clinical trial that saves her life, or watching her become too frail to fly at all. Time is the one luxury this couple desperately needs, and it is running out faster than anyone ever anticipated, as specialized medical interventions, round-the-clock home assistance, international transit logistics, and adaptive equipment costs rapidly stack up. Their annual living and healthcare expenses are surging past $200,000. The sheer scale of this financial burden has completely stripped away the lingering polish of reality television. This is no longer a produced storyline designed for Sunday night ratings, a dramatic season finale cliffhanger, or a debate topic for online fan forums. It is a raw, unforgiving financial and physical crucible happening in real time. In the middle of this storm, Sumit Singh has quietly transformed from a reality TV personality into the quiet hours of the night, managing the agonizing realities of a terminal condition. Sumit is silencing every remaining critic in the most definitive way possible. His actions are delivering an absolute, undeniable proof that the bond they cultivated over the last decade and a half was forged in genuine, unconditional devotion. Recognizing the gravity of their crisis, the broader 90-Day Fiancé community has launched an unprecedented wave of support. Fans, fellow cast members, and online advocates have rallied together, initiating grassroots fundraisers, awareness campaigns, and community drives aimed at lifting even a fraction of the crushing financial weight off the family's shoulders. Money is being raised not for luxury, but for survival, for specialized transport, life-sustaining medical equipment, and the legal fees required to navigate their visa ordeal. For 15 long years, Jenny and Sumit fought the entire world just to be together, staring down societal outrage, severe age differences, family disownment, and thousands of miles of ocean. Now facing an enemy far more dangerous than any internet commentator or cultural boundary, they are showing the world what real commitment looks like when everything else is stripped away. They are demonstrating that their love wasn't built for the easy days when the cameras were rolling. It was built to endure the absolute darkest storms, refusing to surrender, even when the odds seem completely stacked against them. To truly comprehend the depth of the unbreakable devotion carrying them through today's nightmare, we have to travel all the way back to 2012, long before television cameras, red carpets, or national fame ever entered the picture. It all began with a single notification in a social media inbox, a simple, unassuming Facebook friend request that would fundamentally shatter and rewrite two lives forever. A handsome, smooth-talking young American man named Michael Jones initiated a conversation with Jenny Slatten, a grandmother, then in her early 50s, leading a quiet, predictable life-in employee working grueling shifts in the bustling, crowded metropolis of New Delhi, India. In an effort to practice his English and escape his own reality, Sumit had constructed a digital facade, never expecting that a simple internet fake profile would lead to genuine earth-shattering feelings. When the truth finally imploded and Sumit confessed his true identity, it should have been the absolute indisputable end of the line. In the modern dating era, catfishing is an immediate deal breaker, a massive red flag that usually ends in blocked numbers, deep betrayal, and burning anger. Yet, what happened next defied every rule in the relationship playbook. Instead of severing ties, Jenny looked beyond the deceit, looking directly into the raw vulnerability of the young man, who had risked everything just to talk to her. She saw a genuine lost soul on the other end of the line and realized that while his name and photos were fake, the love, emotional bond and connection they had built over hundreds